Hello, collective. I hope everyone is happy, healthy, and well. We're going to jump right into a few readings tonight. Into the smoke, I release all energies that no longer serve myself or the collective, or the space, any negativity that surrounds myself, the collective, or the space, and any and all fears that limit myself, the collective, or the space. And so it is. We're going to jump in to honor the moon and pull a moon oracle. These messages are timeless, so if this message is just finding you now, there may be a message for you at this time. Also, please take only what resonates and leave the rest. Only you will know if this message is for you. These tend to be geared towards feminine energy, and I've said this many times and I'll continue to repeat it. We all have masculine and feminine energy within all of us. It is a polarity, it's an energy. So the idea is to balance those energies, to have that perfect duality within us all, regardless of gender. So when I speak of feminine energy, these cards tend to tap into that. So I will read it into the guidebook. However, sometimes I do switch it up to kind of keep it non-gender specific to streamline the thought of it. Because I don't want anyone to think that if you're masculine that wouldn't apply to you, or a feminine who's like really in her masculine energy, that you know, doesn't matter. You get the point. Anyways, I also use my music to channel in the corner, got the lyrics going, so we're going to jump in and do a message for the beautiful collective. Please and thank you, Spirit, and anyone in the collective who needs this message whenever it is that they happen to stumble upon it. Full moon energy. On the other side of the full moon energy happens a few days before and a few days after. I always like being on the other side of the full moon. Okay. A message for the collective, please and thank you. Flew right out. It's funny, I think the last time I used this deck, this card came out. I love myself completely and unconditionally. This was not what came out. But what's funny is it's full moon energy. Card number 24. I don't think I got this. It's funny, it has the same energy to it. So I'm feeling like a lot of just like self-image, right? Like self-image energy. But I'm going to tap into that because there's a lot with this. I know I have pulled this card a long time ago. Card number 24 and 25. Oh, there's a progression. Okay. And it came out like this. So it was 24, 25. That's the better way of the progression. Not better, but it's progressing. So things are progressing. Whoever it is, energy that I'm tapping into, you are progressing, right? Maybe you have stuff in manifestation mode. You know, full moon energy is a great time to set intentions and to really, you know, step forward into that beautiful moon energy. With focus and intention, I can shape my energy in any direction. So really quick, I'll give you a little glimpse of the cards and I'll try and put them in the pictures. I love myself completely and unconditionally. Card number 24. I don't know if you can see them. So I have my handy dandy watch. There we go. Ooh. Okay, sorry, I gotta get used to this. It's just easier for me to record it this way. I can't see myself, but I can see myself on the watch. Not that I need to see myself. There's a message in that. Seeing yourself clearly. Maybe seeing yourself. I focus with intention and I can shape energy in any direction. Moving forward, right? So many things. I have all of these different messages coming in right now. So let me try and focus this energy. And then at the very end, I think my new thing is I'm going to read from the guidebook and I'm going to attach it at the end. I'm going to edit the videos in. So, whoever it is, masculine or feminine, right? In this full moon energy, and what's really beautiful, right, about this is that this is honoring the full moon here. So this full moon here, I don't know, she's honoring this full moon, right? It's like like I think of like hands, and I think of like chi, right? It's like chi energy. It's that invisible energy. It's like that invisible manifestation, like right before it comes into fruition, right? I love myself completely and unconditionally. And here she's sitting on this beautiful, we'll go card by card, on this beautiful, completely naked, right? On this lotus blossom. Sorry, let me finish my thought. Really working on forgiving and releasing anything that no longer serves you or your highest good, right? Letting go of things that no longer resonate with you, right? Letting it go, right? Into that manifestation. Maybe that's something that you're trying to manifest into your being, and that takes a lot of vulnerability. And interestingly enough, she is not wearing any clothes here. She has her back, right? So it's like the things that we cannot see fully, right? But it's creating this amazing like lotus. It's like, okay, so lotus energy, forgiving oneself and releasing, right? The lotus comes from like the darkest parts of ourselves, and I can see where this is going with this card now. So the lotus comes from the darkest parts of a dirty pond, and it turns into this like stunning flower. So wherever you are in your journey right now, whoever it is that I'm tapping into, it's like you are deep in the work, right? The shadow work, the healing, the releasing, the forgiving yourself and others, and releasing what no longer serves you. These could be people, places, situations, experiences, right? It's going to resonate differently with everybody. But this is what brings you into this lotus energy. It's like before you even know it, it's like this is that manifestation. Like, and maybe this is just a time frame. Like as this like full moon happens, right? In this full moon energy, it's like a perfect time. You know, I feel like Spirit's saying it is a perfect time, whatever it is that you have been working on, balancing your light and your shadow. And here's where I say that, right? It's this perfect, it's like your masculine, I talked about masculine and feminine energies, right? Regardless of gender. I think of the twins, but I also think like, okay, so you could be a water sign, you could be an air sign. I say that because Pisces, I think of like the duality of things. Geminis have the twins, right? And here we have two people, so balancing that light and dark energy. But also Pisces has the... anyways, I don't want anyone to get too hung up on the signs. I'm also hearing Cancer. I think of that because of what looks like the 69, like in the zodiac, the number 69. So heavy water sign energy, but also that's just like really deep in your emotions, right? That's like really dealing with releasing, like again, the emotions that no longer serve you wherever you are in your journey right now. You know, really deeply in, it literally says on my lyrics, I forgive myself and release all the things that don't serve me now. And I feel like that's exactly what you're doing in this full moon energy, whether this is a confirmation for something that you have, you know, been working on, or an energy that Spirit's asking you to tap into, you know, to really dive deep into that. Like, you know, purple may have some purple. It's so funny. I did a reading the other day and I read it over and I was like, wow. Sometimes I say things and I know that's not it. Like I was referencing a color, and in my head, like I knew it was, doesn't matter. I digress. That literally doesn't matter. Sometimes I say things like I'll read a card and then I have this vision of a card in my head, in like my mind's eye, and that card resonates with me. So throat chakra energy. Heavy, right? So speaking, right? Like being confident in what you say. Like, yes, I knew I was holding a certain card in my hand, and then the energy that I was picking up was not that energy. And I'm an intuitive reader, so, you know, like in the traditional sense of tarot, sometimes I don't even go with the traditional sense of cards, so that kind of makes sense to me. But if you're here for it, you're here for it. Like, you know, I think that for the most part, people are picking up, it's an energy, right? So I just do things the way that I do them, and I've been getting more comfortable in that in my personal life and also here too. And I feel like that's the energy. Actually, I say all that to say I feel like that's where you are, right? Like whoever it is that I'm tapping into, like all of those like little stories that come to mind sometimes, you know, are just a confirmation. And so I go, I'm all over the place. Purple, right? So that's like third eye energy. And I was talking about like seeing it in my mind's eye, and when you say that, it's like your mind's eye is like your third eye, right? Tapping into that intuition. And that's like the energy that I'm getting from this full moon energy for you, whoever you are, you know, balancing these intense dualities, right? That it's the flower of life is right here. But it's balancing these intense dualities within your light and your dark and your masculine and your feminine and your yin and your yang and, you know, your chi energy, all of those like beautiful energies. And it's like the duality, like even if this has nothing to do, you know, with the signs, I almost regret saying that because I feel like people just get too hung up, and signs are also just an energy, right? It's like, if you don't hear your sign, it's like, oh, that's not my reading. But what I've come to learn is that it's an energy, right? Like there are people that will never know what time they're born, but of course they have energies that are within them. So it's a resonance. Again, just like masculine and feminine. So I say that I'm kind of digressing all over the place. But with focus, Spirit's like focus. With focus and intention, I can shape energy in any direction. And that's it. It's like when you come into, you know, releasing the emotions, the people, the places, the situations, the fear, I'm feeling the word fear, shame, guilt, all of those things, right? And I can say personally, you know, I'm also a part of the collective, and certain things in parts of the readings will definitely resonate with me. And then we're also on our own timelines. So again, you have to use discernment with all things, including here. I'm getting like purge energy. Like it's this like massive purge energy, like this full moon purge. I definitely say I can also like I've collectively I collectively can feel that. So okay, new deal. Now I can see the time here instead of there. I can't see, so I just wanted to see where I was with this. You know, loving yourself completely and unconditionally, right? In the state that you are, in the healed version that you are today, for all of the work that you have done, all the work you are doing, and all the work you're still going to have to do, right? Whoever it is that I'm talking to. Loving yourself unconditionally, being so proud of yourself, you know, spirit, your guides, whatever higher vibrational energy that you work with, right, is so proud of you, right? This is this energy of like, you're blossoming, like masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. It's like you're blossoming because whether you have been, are currently, or will be called into, right? Because time is fluid, into, you know, really focusing your intention on, it says here, shaping your energy in any direction, right? So coming into that beautiful balance of all of those polarities within yourself, right? It's like, yes, the emotion, you can get carried away with emotion, but emotion's beautiful. It's part of your human experience. It's part of everyone's human experience. That's what's the beautiful thing about us being humans. We have emotion, right? And it's unique. Not everything has emotion. Like we have empathy, right? There's two sides to it, empathy and apathy, right? And sometimes we have to have apathy because we've had too much empathy. There's no negative connotation on that. It's really like, you know, calling back your energy is also what I'm getting. Like I'm hearing like calling back your energy. So that's a lot going on. And I just feel like all of this is like connected to this like blossoming energy. And again, we had the numbers 24, 25, right? And this deck has been shuffled multiple times. They are not in order in any way, shape, or form. Not even close. So the fact that they came out together and with great intention, right? Like a focused intention, right? As they even came out of the deck, right? It was like this focused intention of like, no, this is what's happening. This is, you know, and even a sense of like loyalty to yourself, right? To like loyalty to like the process that you're in, this healing process is so pivotal. And this full moon energy is really a great place to, I heard a reading recently and it was like talking about how it was a beautiful, very short channeled message without any cards, and it was just like a video of the full moon. And as the intuitive channeled message, you know, you don't see these people, but this person was taking a video of the moon in the very early sky, and where they are, that's not a typical time of year you'd be able to see the moon, but it was very clear. And it's like there's a certain sense, and I feel like this collectively, right? She was talking to the collective, and I'm talking to you as the collective. I'm kind of passing this down, so all credit goes to this beautiful intuitive message that I've heard today, but I don't believe in coincidence, so I'm going to go ahead and pay it forward. Which is, you know, and as I was listening to this in my car, I literally look up and there's just this clarity around the moon. It was ginormous. There was clouds everywhere, but there was like a cloud cut out for the moon. So I definitely knew that was like a sign and a synchronicity, that is something collectively that's happening, right? This beautiful feminine energy of allowing the release to happen, allowing the emotions to flow, the purge, you know, purging the emotions, purging the people, the places, the situations, experiences that are holding you back, right? Fear, all of it. You know, whether this has to do with, I picked very briefly, and this might just be one for one person, but like body image, right? I heard body image, and I and that's why I thought about it, was the last reading I did with this deck. I thought that was this card, and that reading was about body image. So that might be for somebody, but that's just, you know, again, please take what resonates and leave the rest. That might just be for one person, right? You know, leaving behind all sorts of things that no longer serve your highest good. And this is what's going to bring you, or continue to bring you, into this beautiful lotus blossoming energy. Whoever it is that I'm tapping into right now, kudos to you. And if this is something that you're just beginning, you know, it is well worth your journey. And Spirit is guiding you in that, right? I feel like you're going to get your signs and synchronicities on your own, and you're going to have to use your personal discernment, right? Maybe these are intuitive nudges that will confirm, you know, whether you're doing that or whether that's something you've been feeling called to do, right? So I feel like I didn't finish the real thought on the I didn't the thought on, oh, my sweet magical nut, she's very loyal. Anyways, the moon, femininity, the clarity within the feminine intuition, right? It was this, you know, seeing the moon, this full moon energy very clearly, trusting your intuition. Like, this is a good time to trust your intuition. There's a reason I wasn't posting around the eclipse season. I just felt like it wasn't, you know, I've been asked to even just decide, like, what is my energy? Like, that's a message for you. Like, maybe even that's something collectively that the collective is feeling. Like, what's my energy? Like, speaking of empath, right? Being an empath, are you empathic? Like, do you pick up on other people's energies? Because, like, you know, there was a lot of eclipse energy that I feel like wasn't mine. There was so much energy, and I didn't want to have that come through as I was doing the work, working through that energy for myself. And so, you know, now I definitely can say that, you know, that message that I heard today in the car, definitely a confirmation in terms of just, like, you know, collectively finding that clarity in that feminine energy, again, just an energy, not a gender, of allowing the clarity of the intuition, like trusting your intuition. Now is a great time to do that, right? Whereas not too long ago, we were in the middle of a very intense eclipse season that had, like, a lot of turmoil, a lot of pain coming to the surface, a lot of hurt, a lot of trauma, it was just heavy, and it was hard to even discern what was yours and what was, you know, just this heavy feel that was collectively happening. So I feel like as we have on the other side of this beautiful full moon, right? You are in this wonderful state to really tap into your intuition, right? Really take this time to manifest as you're stepping into it. So I got this channel earlier. Hold on. I wrote down some stuff earlier. It was like my morning meditation. Being diligent, that was part of it, right? Being diligent, being consistent. It was also about, making space. And like the way Spirit showed it to me was like, how like you have clothes hanging in your closet that have a sentimental value to them. And, I believe that as maybe they have a sentimental value, or maybe you're just like kind of hoarding it, right? Like you just don't know how it's like a detachment energy, right? Learning the art of detachment. So focusing that intention and energy to shift in any direction. It's like, the more you focus on the clothes that you're not wearing, how about you, and I'm using clothes as a metaphor, but like, if you were to let go of the people, let's say the clothes or the people, places, situations, and experiences, right, that, right, hold space, right, in your life that no longer are resonating with you on that level, what if you, in the art of detachment, right, in the art of letting go, allowed yourself to really let go, right? It's like donating clothes. It's like, no, that no longer serves me. The energy, it doesn't, it's not like, it's just, it's going back out into the universe. It's not like, it's no shade on the things that you're letting go of, whether these are people, places, situations, or experiences. This is really just about you, like making space in your life, whoever it is that I'm tapping into, right? How are you making space in your life? Interesting. So that was super interesting. I left a part of my yard open, and my dog was feeling very brave, and she went feeling brave, right? That's the message that I got from this. Feeling very brave, right? Taking a chance. I'm looking at her directly right now. But all is well, like being brave, right? Being courageous and strong, being brave, taking chances, and knowing that, when you focus that intention, you're going to shape whatever it is that you're manifesting. But space, that's where I left it off with, was space. Sorry, I literally had to get up, go outside, go do things. So do you have room? Do you have the capacity to allow new experiences, people, places, and situations that really are going to feed you, right? That are going to feed your soul, that your soul family, right? I kind of just got chills right now. Like, do you have the space and the capacity? It's like a hard drive, right? Like, you have to free up some things in order to allow those new beautiful things into your life. And that's really the message that I'm getting from this for you. So I know I've kind of rambled and this has gone all over the place, and a lot of my messages are more channeled these days. The cards are just like a jumping off point, and sometimes even just the messages that I get in the morning. But like, again, like things evolve, right? Like gifts evolve, the way that you do things evolve, my morning meditations evolved, my prayers have evolved, right? Like everything's evolved, it's changed. And that's okay, right? I can't get hung up on like the way that I've been doing things. Like the most beautiful parts of my life are just when I'm just like, all right, so what if it's not the same? But I was so used to everything being the same. And I feel like that's the energy. It's like, loving yourself completely and unconditionally in the state that you are now. And it may not be who you were yesterday, and it may not be who you are tomorrow, right? Fuck it. That's kind of the message, right? Like, make space. Do you have room? Be diligent. Start cleaning out the, like, you know, the internal closet, the emotions, the what was I reading earlier? No more to you. No more to you. It is not me. It's gone. Sorry, my lyrics. Gonna be leaving soon. It's right. It's like you have to continue to grow, heal, and evolve, right? Let it go and grow. That's like something I've been saying, like, right? And reading I did not too long ago. It was like, when I say let go, right? When God or creator, or universe, or your guides, your angels say let go, let go. That was like a huge channeled message that I got. And it's funny because where I dropped the couch, or the cabinet, excuse me. Where I dropped the cabinet, I was able to write in that space on the wall. And I did. And I wrote, when I say let go, ... let go. And then I heard it very clearly. It evolved, right? That saying, that moment, that experience evolved. And I heard, and grow, right? Let it go and grow. So, collective, whoever it is that I'm tapping into today, I love you so much. And this is this beautiful transformation energy that you have, are, or currently will be experiencing, is really meant to kind of push you into that blossoming lotus energy. I will read the guidebooks at the end of this message, because of course, you know, I think that the illustrator sometimes does a wonderful job. Not sometimes. They do. These are the intentions of their decks when it comes to Oracle. And so I like to honor that. I will read it at the very end, and sometimes there's a specific message in there for somebody, and I know that to be true for myself. And so sometimes those book messages resonate with me, and sometimes they don't, and I know that that message is for somebody else. So take it all with the discernment that you are clearly working on right now in this beautiful full moon energy. Trust your beautiful intuition, you beautiful, beautiful soul, masculine or feminine energy, gender aside. This is on a soul level. So I do thank you for your time. I thank you for your likes and your comments, and, you know, knowing that one of these readings reaches one person, and sometimes it's just like one part of what I say, even if that is enough. And at the end of the day, I walk away from these and I sit with this energy, your beautiful energy, and I think about it, and like, how can I apply that to my life, right? Whether it's my message or not, like, how can I grow from understanding a wider perspective outside of myself? So I thank you. I'm just feeling like a lot of gratitude and like a lot of growth and transformation happening, which, you know, is also sometimes terrifying, and also maybe even slightly uncomfortable, right? Yes, that's what she says. It's funny because she's like in total play mode and she wants to talk. Don't forget to play. Don't forget to play. Alright, I'm going to stop with the annoying barking dog in the background. She wants to go out there. Alright. I love you, whoever you are out there. Thank you again for your time, and I'll catch you on the next one. I do hope this message finds whoever needs it at just the right time.